Thank you so much for hopping on. So excited for you guys to be here. If you're a brand new coach, or maybe you're just kind of re-engaging or decided to hop over to the coaching side from just being a client, so glad you guys are here and to share a little bit of information with you. So my name's Carly. If I'm not your personal upline coach, I'm the CEO and founder of Teamwork to Rise. I started coaching almost exactly 3 years ago. I signed up 3 years ago on February, I think it was February 25th or 26th. I'll have to look at my back office. So about to celebrate next week, three-year coach anniversary. But before I dive into any information, please remember that this is a business. This is not a get rich quick scheme. I can't even say that because it's just so not a thing. You are not going to be making $1,000 next week, but you will be making an incredible income and however much money that you want to make by helping people if you decide to be consistent over time. I'm reading a book right now called The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone, and he nails it into the head. You know, any version of success, whether it's fitness, whether it's business, whether it's family, like it's consistency over time equals those results, right? Being consistent at anything, consistency over intensity it always wins. So please remember that when you're taking notes or you're doing your first couple of reach outs or you're posting on Instagram 2 times and nobody like clicks and wants to enroll in your boot camp, like you posted 2 times, okay? Like this requires consistency, this requires self-growth, this requires self-education, this requires self-discipline, obviously all of which is learned. I was such a little busy when I first started this business because I was in this victim mindset of like I need everybody to help me and like, please tell me what to do and maybe I'll decide to do it. And now it's like, you are in the driver's seat of your own life. You get to decide how successful you are. You get to decide how much money you make. And wherever you are in your business right now is because of the decisions you have made. Okay? It's not your upline. It's not your downline. It's not your internet or lack of internet or your laptop or lack of laptop. When I started this business, my laptop didn't even freaking work. Okay? So I invested $2,000 to get a new freaking laptop. So, you know, it costs a lot of money to start a business. This, you literally get to start by a $160 challenge pack that changes your own fitness life. That's literally the only investment that you make in this business. So when people tell me it's expensive, I'm like, okay, you're probably not meant to be a business owner, but just keep that in your mindset, you know, as you walk through these courses and as you decide that you want to do this coaching thing, because it's freaking amazing. It's absolutely transformed my life. Obviously, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I talk about all the freaking time, but make sure you guys have a piece of paper and a pen out so you can take some notes as we dive in. And before we do anything else, I'm actually going to share with you guys our tracker. Everything in coaching is duplicatable. So, you know, what I do, I tell you guys to do, and what you guys do, you should tell your own coaches to do. Coaching is not hard. It's actually very, very simple, but it does take hard work. So this is the tracker that we use to kind of just measure our business and focus on what we need to focus on in order to build a sustainable and successful business. You don't need multiple hours of the day. You literally need maybe like 30 minutes to an hour to build a successful business. When I first started coaching, I was working 4 other jobs, and I literally built my business in power pockets of, you know, 15, 30 to, you know, 60-minute segments throughout my day. So I did work hard, but it's all about like working smart and working at the right things. So make sure that you copy and paste this tracker, this little link that I posted in the chat over here. If you want to just save it or download it or print it out. It's weekly, so maybe print out 52 of them and start being consistent today. And then by the end of the year next year, you'll have like a thriving business if you decide to be consistent. But yeah, that tracker is amazing. It literally tells you everything you need to do. We freaking love it. And I give it to all my new coaches. It is awesome. And then I will open up this chat or this call at the end for questions as well. But I am going to share my screen and share with you guys a little presentation. Let me get all this stuff out of the way first. Let's see. And sorry if stuff like pops up. I have like these notification things that pop up from my emails and stuff, so we'll have to work around that. But anyways, welcome to our Teamwork to Rise New Coach Call. I'm so glad you guys are here. Thanks for taking time out of your night to learn, to invest in yourselves and invest in your businesses. So first things first, the most important job you guys have as coaches, which you've probably kind of already started to realize, is the most important job you have is to work on you. I talked about this today on my Instagram actually. Please, before you start helping anybody else or inviting anybody else, make sure that you are invested in yourself and you're committed to a program and you're committed to your nutrition plan. Obviously, I'm not saying that you have to be perfect at all. That would be like so impossible to like have a requirement to like be perfect and have a six-pack abs, like to be a successful coach, right? But the most important job is to dive into you, right? Get to know the products, get to know Beachbody On Demand and all the freaking fitness programs we have to offer. Get to know Shakeology and the ingredients in that freaking bag and how valuable it really is. Get to know Energize, get to know all the things that we have to offer as coaches. Love the products, learn to love them, which if you're following a program and you're following your nutrition plan, and you're following the workout calendar in the way that it was built, you will get amazing results and you will learn to absolutely love these products. And then from there, really the organic kind of stepping stone from there is you share about the products and lifestyle with friends and family, right? When I first became a coach, I signed up my mom, my aunt, my sister, and my 5 best friends. I think I recruited like 8 coaches my first month just because I was like, hey guys, like, I just crushed the 21-day fix. I literally got the most amazing results of my life. And like, obviously they wanted to join, right? Like they were inspired by my commitment, inspired by me putting myself first and getting these amazing results. And from there, I could help them change their lives with the products, right? So literally coaching consists of 3 things. It's you committing to your own fitness journey. It's you helping other people commit to their fitness journeys. And then it's the 3rd thing is mentoring other people and helping them help others commit to their fitness journeys, right? We make this super, super complicated, but really I could end this entire call right there. It's those 3 steps. Yes, social media is important. Yes, team calls are important. Yes, inviting is important, but that's the core jobs that we do as coaches. It's very, very like streamlined and basic and simple. So I don't want you guys to get like too overwhelmed at first. I want you guys to focus on you and get amazing results so you can talk authentically and like truthfully about how much you freaking love coaching and how it's changed your life. All right, so that's the first things first. The second thing, which I kind of talked about a little bit at the beginning of this call, but just make sure that you're using your resources and you're acting like a business owner. You guys are all a part of the Team Root to Rise team page and maybe your other, your upline coaches team pages as well. That's an awesome place to ask questions. That's an awesome place to use the search bar and search for things. There's also, actually I'm supposed to share my screen for this. So this is our team page, obviously. At the top of the team page here, there's it just says what's going down in the current month, and it'll give you an entire list of all of the things, right? At the top here, it's the new coach prep course. So if you onboard a new coach, you can tag them in this post or you can send them this link for the new coach prep course. Anybody and everybody is welcome to use it. There's a list of calls that people can hop on for trainings. There's the link to our live miracle morning or workout sessions. There's also some helpful new tutorials for new coaches. There's a really cool video that explains what we do as coaches. So if a friend or a family member has a question, shooting them this video is a super awesome thing to educate them with instead of word vomiting 5 paragraphs over an email or over a text message. I only say that because I've done it from experience. And then another awesome tool in here is how to sign up a customer or a coach. So if you have a friend or a family member or you have somebody off Instagram that's ready to sign up, this gives you a little tutorial on how to use Share-a-Cart. And then again, Share-a-Cart obviously is where we create our invoices to send people, the challenge pack or whatever they're enrolling with. And then the difference between enrolling them as a customer or a coach. I pretty much sign everybody up as a coach just because then they get the discount and they also get the opportunity to dive into the coaching community. Again, the business tracker is here. Signing up discount coaches, there's a specific training on that. Right here, there's a video of what you get with a Beachbody On Demand All Access Challenge Pack. So if you have someone that asks a question about what a challenge pack is, super easy thing to just send to them. Let's see, what's this one? How to set preferred placement in your business, which we'll talk about in a couple slides after this, but signing up and getting like your first 2 coaches signed up so you can hit Emerald, which is your first rank. So there's a ton of things in here that are helpful for you. There's also, you can go to the files section of this group and there's tons of things in the files section. And then if you have a specific question, you could always search this group or you could post it in the group if you have a question. Okay, so we're all here to help each other. What I love about coaching is like there are no secrets. We are all here to help each other and like watch each other succeed. I don't succeed unless you guys succeed. I don't make money unless you guys make money. Like this is like a team effort. So I want you guys to be as successful as you want to be. All right, so this is the coach back office. So you'll go to teambeachbody.com. and it'll prompt you to log in. And this is just another place where you can find support or help. So you can go to support, and you can go to FAQ here. And FAQ is just like Beachbody kind of portal of like questions and answers. So let's say you're trying to get to Emerald, or you need to change your Shakeology order, or you need to change, a placement of a coach that you signed up. Boom, right there. If you want to know how to get to Diamond or Star Diamond or Transform 20, literally anything in here, Beachbody FAQ is like the way to go. You can also just Google Beachbody FAQ, but that's an awesome place to go as well. And then the other thing that I listed on here was Google and YouTube. There are 1,000,001 trainings on Google and YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. Beachbody has its own YouTube channel. Again, you could, type in inviting for Beachbody coaches, how to, and you'll get literally a list of 101 different trainings. Again, we are open, we share resources. I kind of have the mentality of like, I will share anything and everything, because I know only a select few will actually choose to take the actions to make it happen. So I literally share like everything with you guys. And we also have all of our team calls recorded on there as well. So Google and YouTube is your friend. If you message me a question that can be answered by Google, I might ask you to Google that, because again, just having that business mindset and entrepreneurship and ownership mindset is super key. So use your resources. Third thing, the 4 vital behaviors. So it kind of sounds weird, and it kind of sounds a little bit like schooly, like 4 vital behaviors, but they're important, and I want to nail them in because I really want you guys again to focus on the core basics of what we do as coaches and what's important to show up and do in your business. So again, the first vital behavior, be proof that the products work. Do your workout and drink your shake, okay, every single day. On February 26th, it'll be officially 3 years of me drinking Shakeology every single day. I don't skip days. I don't not drink it when I don't feel like it. I mean, I'm literally drinking mine right now. I preach the fact that, 80% of our results will come from our nutrition, 20% of our results will come from our workouts. And I preach that, and I lead by example, and that's why I'm successful. So make sure you guys do your freaking workouts and drink your freaking shake. Number one, be proof the products work and pour into yourself first. Second vital behavior, number 2, is share, connect, and invite. So, you can start sharing your journey on social media from day one that you commit to a program, and you're not even really sure if you want to coach, right? Sharing your journey is what makes you relatable. Sharing your journey is what makes people, it allows people to put themselves in your shoes, right? Because if you wait, you're like, okay, I'm not ready to coach. I'm going to wait until I'm done with this program. I'm going to get amazing results, and then I'll post about that. Well, that's not as relatable as like you sharing on day one, hey, I'm starting this 30-day program. I'm a little nervous, but I'm going to use my Instagram as, this accountability piece. So I show up every single day. That's relatable, right? Like that's being vulnerable and authentic. And that's what we do as coaches. We don't claim to be perfect. We don't claim to be experts. We're trying to be relatable people so we can help other, normal people, right? And then starting conversations and talking to people, right? You need to be inviting them to join your next group. You're not going to have people running to your platform, especially when you just first start out as a coach. I think I had like 400 followers on Instagram when I first started. So no one was like readily like running to my Instagram when I first started, but I started to create that trust with people as I let my journey unfold. I always remind people, like when you first share your initial Instagram post, people's first opinions are going to be like, good for you. I'm going to sit back and watch and see if you're actually serious, because most of the time, you guys, people don't even make it 30 freaking days, right? I'm successful because I made it way past those 30 days. I was consistent, like I said at the beginning of this call. So make sure that you're sharing on social media and you're making a commitment to share consistently, right? Because if you go away for 3 or 4 days, or you don't show up for a week, you just bashed and lost all of that trust that you had instilled the week prior of posting consistently. So remember, the days that you show up are so, so vital to your business, because you're instilling that trust in your followers, and your Instagram or your social media platforms are your storefront. The third vital behavior is personal development, which I was a super skeptic of when I first started. So you might have seen us talk about this a little bit, but I would highly suggest you guys grab a personal development book. We talk about it in our new coach prep course. I'll share my top 3 in there, and I can share them on here as well. But I might just tell you guys all to read the 10X rule, because that's what I'm reading right now, and I'm obsessed with it. But just something to exercise your mind, right? You're diving into a business venture, right? Like you're diving into this like thing where you're going to build a business and help people, and it's probably something you've never done before, right? So it's super important to educate yourself on this journey that you're about to embark on, right? If you don't think that that's important, then I would check your ego because like we need to educate ourselves, right? Like when I first started, I had never built a business before. I had no idea what I was doing. So personal development, educating my mind, exercising my mind, getting myself in that right like headspace was so vital to my success. I would say personal development, aka like fitness for your mindset, is just as crucial, if not more crucial, than your physical exercise, right? So committing to at least 10 minutes a day will change your life. If you say you don't have time, I streamed books in the car because again, I was, working 4 to 5 jobs when I first started coaching. So I downloaded an app called Audible, and I would just have the book streaming in the car. So I would stream it when I was, driving to a yoga class or driving to do the closing shift at the bar. I would burn through books, like 2 to 3 books a month because I drove so freaking much. So in the car when you're driving, when you're in the shower, when you're doing your makeup, when you're doing your hair, when you're unloading the dishwasher, those can all be times where you're pouring into your mindset and like remembering like you're going to have to shape your mindset just like you would shape or tone your body, right? In order for you to find success, right? We need to constantly be pouring positivity and like focus into our minds if we're going to be able to be consistent in this journey. So again, my top 3 books, number 1 would be The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. It's super cheap and it's super short, and you could probably finish it in a week. It's amazing. It's the first personal development book I ever read. Again, it's called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. And then the other one that I would recommend is Get Over Your Damn Self by, I always forget her last name, but her first name is Rumi, R-U-M-I. But Get Over Your Damn Self is an amazing one as well. And then the third one is The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. But I could, again, also recommend The 10X Rule. I'm freaking obsessed with it right now. It's by Grant Cardone. I'm listening to the Audible. It's amazing. So personal development, so key. And then the fourth thing is recognition, which you guys are probably like, who the freak am I supposed to recognize? What does that even mean? So celebrating meaningful achievements that contribute to success. So whether it's, a client or a friend that decides to do this journey with you, whether it's one of your coaches that hits their first rank in their business, maybe it's you recognizing yourself for getting your first paycheck from Beachbody. Always recognizing people and amping them up, making them feel good. And as your coaching journey progresses, recognition might be a little bit more prominent of a vital behavior. But just making sure that you're celebrating those meaningful achievements. Thursdays are my favorite day because I get to recognize the coaches for payday. I get to recognize coaches who rank advance their businesses. It's just a really fun time to consistently recognize the people who are doing the right things in order to build their businesses. So those are the 4 vital behaviors. All right, so your first goal as a new coach. This is simple. It's 1 sentence. Help 3 people get started with a challenge pack, aka what you got started with. So if you got started with the Transform 20 challenge pack, that's probably something that you can speak really authentically about and get people on board to either do it with you or have you be their coach so you can coach them through it, right? If you're still in the middle of it, Toddy J, do not bark. I'm on a call. But I want you guys to focus on like helping somebody with the same thing that you were helped with so that you can speak really truthfully and authentically to that specific thing. So helping 3 people get started with the challenge pack will mean that you hit Success Club, and Success Club is basically the measurement of whether you're doing what you're supposed to be doing as a coach. Each challenge pack that you sell, so those are the fitness packages that you guys signed up with, each one that you sell to somebody is worth 2 points. So Success Club is 6 points total or above. So AKA selling 3 different challenge packs totaling 6 points. I'm gonna go to the team page. So we have an ongoing, kind of like little tally thing every single month where we just track the people who are helping other people, AKA doing our jobs as coaches. It's always kind of like lingering around in the team page. But so obviously February Success Club leaderboard, you can read through this. It'll tell you how to update it. But I just remind you guys what you can track, you can improve upon. So this is a document every month. We track the lives we've changed. Remember all these points, the 2 points equals a person, right? Equals a fitness package that you've helped somebody with. So we just do a running tally of everybody on here. So please update this, obviously in order. As you start to sell challenge packs. I'm gonna go back to my screen. and you can only edit it from a computer. I had somebody ask me that the other day. You can't edit it from a phone. So that means that you hit Success Club. The cool thing about hitting Success Club, obviously, is it's a measurement of you growing your business. Hitting Success Club means you're covering your costs of a coach and like Shakeology, if you're purchasing Shakeology every single month. You're covering all those costs. I've never paid for Shaco out of pocket because I've always hit Success Club in my business. I think I've hit Success Club like, what would that be? Oh gosh, 3 years. I can't do math. I take it back. I don't know. 36? Is that 36? I don't know. That's really embarrassing. So Achieving Success Club, your first 3 months as a coach, gives you a free ticket to Summit. So there's a thing called a Success Starter program. And if you hit Success Club, either your first 3 months as a coach or your first 3 months following the initial month that you sign up as a coach. So let's say you guys sign up in January and you're here now. If you hit Success Club this month, this could count as month 1 out of 3 consecutive months of you hitting Success Club to be a success starter. I know I just said success like 50 million times. You guys are probably like, I don't even know what you're talking about, but Success Starter is super important. Again, it's a measurement of you building your business, of you creating an income, of you helping people. And then obviously hitting Success Club your first 3 consecutive months as a coach gives you a free ticket to Summit, which is super exciting because Summit is in Indianapolis this summer. And there's a whole crew of us. I don't know how many there are. I think there's like over 30 of us going from Team Root to Rise. But it's our annual coaching event. It's super, super fun. We work out in the streets. They literally like shut the city down. Autumn's there, Sean T will be there, all the super trainers are there. You get to work out live with all the super trainers. You get to go to coach trainings all together. We all like rent out Airbnbs with each other. So we're all like hanging out and like we get to see each other in person, which is super cool, especially when you're working like a virtual business. To have like that one-on-one time or like face-to-face time is super key. And Summit's amazing. So you guys need to be there, right? Don't ever quit as a coach before you go to a live event because it literally makes everything so real. And like when I went to Summit, what was that, 2 years ago? I was like, holy crap. Like this is freaking nuts. Like to think of the impact that we have as coaches, the fact that we're literally just getting started. I mean, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. So have that be like your number 1 goal. Help 3 people every single month. Starting this month, you still have 8 days left in the month. That's plenty of time, and make it freaking happen. So to kind of help you start with that, getting 3 people signed up with what you started with, is commit to a challenge group start date, or commit to talking about opening a challenge group or hosting a challenge group. Now, when you're talking about a challenge group on Instagram, I probably wouldn't use the word challenge group because no one knows what a challenge group is. You could say a fitness group, a accountability group, an online wellness studio, a virtual boot camp, just something that's like obviously that makes sense to people outside of a challenge group, because I mean, I didn't know what a challenge group was when I first became a coach. But again, you can host it on your own. You can host it with another team member. I would say it's way more fun that way because then like you bring 3 or 4 people into the group, another girl brings 3 or 4 people into the group, and you help them together. It kind of raises the energy, and then obviously not all the eyes are like on you, so that's super fun. Or obviously for your first couple months as a coach, you can totally add them into our boot camp that we're running. If you guys are part of the Rise Up test group, you can totally add them into there. And then paired with that, just make sure that you're doing some type of transformation photo. You guys could be doing 1,000,001 invites every single day, asking people to join you, but if you don't have proof that what you're doing is working, no one is going to believe you. Right? If you're asking them to be like, hey girl, this is so amazing, you should join me on my fitness journey. I got amazing results and it's so much fun and the programs work and the products are amazing. And then they go to your Instagram and like, you're not talking about your transformation. And it doesn't have to be obviously like this transformation. It can be a mental transformation. It can be, you know, a mindset transformation, but there needs to be something where it's like, it's proof that the products work. It's proof that what you're talking about is real, right? And then just talk about it really organically. Like you can read my caption here. This was, I think at the end of December, talking about, you know, my original group that I joined, but I was just talking about, you know, I laughed my way through it and couldn't believe I was actually working out at home, listening to some trainer on my computer. I was a hardcore skeptic. I had no belief in what I was doing, but I tried. For 21 days, I gave it my all. I was introduced to a group of women who supported me. I was held accountable to the commitment I made to myself, and I came out on the other side stronger, more focused, clear-headed, and since that group 3 years ago, I've been practicing the same habits that were formed in that group. So this year, I dare you to try. And you'll learn learn more about creating posts like this in our new Coach Prep course, and creating a link in your bio where people can apply or reach out to you. But talk about when your next group starts, right? I would always recommend starting your group in the middle of the month. So, you know, not like the 4th of the month or the 5th of the month, so you can give yourself plenty of time to, you know, talk about it, enroll clients, get your new people started, right? And then you can't read it down here, but it just says fill out the link in my bio if you're interested, or comment below, or DM me, or email me, or whatever. Give them a call to action at the end, so asking them to take action if they want to learn more. So the step 1 is really just to commit to a challenge group start date. And a challenge group doesn't have to be this like big fancy group. I know our Transform 20 group right now is like freaking huge. It doesn't have to be that big or that fancy. You know, I have a ton of coaches who literally host challenge groups and Facebook message threads. And they go in there and they share their posts and they share their sweaty selfie and a little voice memo in there with their clients every single day. And it's an awesome space for them to encourage and create that accountability. And that's really what we do as coaches. We just create a place for them to be held accountable, right? We create that space for them to have to show up and not quit on themselves. So whatever that is, whether it's a Facebook group, whether it's a Facebook message thread, there's the Beachbody Challenge app that you can use. Whatever it is totally up to you. But just create that space for people to be held accountable. All right. Your first couple invites, because you're probably like, okay, that's cool, but like, what do I even say? You know, again, you have to be experienced with the products. You have to be experienced with the program. You have to be able to talk authentically about your journey. So, you know, inviting people to join you is super organic. You're not reaching out to them to get them to join your group. It's really just reaching out to them to open the door and say, hey, like, I'm here for you if you want help, or like, do you want more info, right? Make sure you're brief, make sure you're excited. Make sure you just don't do anything like I did when I first became a coach, because I was sending people like 5-paragraph messages that went on and on and on and on and on about how I was so excited, and people like ran for the hills because I literally word vomited on them. So again, I'm sharing this stuff from me learning from my failures. Something that I do that's super helpful, and you guys have probably seen my video if you're one of my clients, my coaches, is I just filmed a video on my phone. I took my phone, I placed it up against a window so I had nice natural light coming in, and I just talked about my journey of joining a group. I talked about how I was super skeptical. I talked about how I was a yoga teacher, going to hot yoga classes every single day, but I had no meal plan. I had no support system. I had no calendar, no workout plan that built off of the days, so I wasn't seeing that transformation in my body. So I really talked organically about just my experience and why I loved it. And I think a video is extremely powerful. And again, we do talk about this in the new Coach Prep course. But a video is powerful because they get to hear from you, right? It's not just text and a DM on Instagram, right? They get to see you. They get to see your excitement. They get to feel your energy. They get to understand why you love this, not just the facts about the program, right? And then another really important thing right here is find their need before you try and fix their need, right? So be in that place of asking questions and then see what you can help them with and what resources we have as Beachbody coaches to give to them in order to help them, right? So instead of being like, we have a meal plan and we have a workout calendar and we have these fitness programs and these accountability ropes and it's great because of this, instead be like, well, what do you struggle with? Have you ever tried a meal plan before? Do you struggle with sweets cravings? You know, we have this awesome superfood drink called Shakeology that really helps me. I drink it as a chocolate milkshake every single night. You know, oh, you don't have time to make it to the gym? We have this online platform. It's kind of like Netflix for workouts, and you get to stream personal trainers that are like celebrity trainers to your kitchen or to your living room or to wherever you have enough space to unroll a yoga mat. So talk to them about whatever they're struggling with instead of just dumping all of the information out at first. And obviously take your time with that. Let's see, recognize and welcome objections as a part of the process. Guys, think about when you initially reached out to me or your coach reached out to you. Did you have objections? Were you like, it's too expensive, I don't have time, I'm gonna wait until I'm ready? You think of all the objections that you had and think about how long it took you to finally join your coach or commit to a group, right? Objections are a part of the process. They're normal. A no is not a no forever. It's just a no, not right now. And you guys probably all said no to your coach at one point, right? So don't take it personal. Objections are part of the process. Again, ask questions when they say they don't have time. Ask questions when they say it's too expensive. You know, I was paying $3 or $4, maybe even $5 some days for a Starbucks at least every other day. You know, I replaced that with Shakeology, and it's a full meal. It's not just a sugary drink, right? Divide up the amount of a challenge pack into 12 months and it's less than $10. It's a little over $10. Wow, I'm so bad at math. a month, right? Like that's so doable for them if you divide it out and you help them understand the value of this, right? And that really is that next point. Don't be afraid of the cost. Understand that if you're sharing authentically on your platform, everything that we have to offer, without being salesy, of course, but you know, you're talking about these personal trainers that show up in your house every single day. You're talking about these programs that are so streamlined that you get to follow a workout calendar for, you know, superfoods that are delivered to your door that count as one of your meals every single day. This accountability group that you can check into from everywhere. You know, one of my coaches, Angie, she's a diamond, and she used to be a personal trainer. And she literally used to charge $80 per personal training session for people just to come in and work out with her once. 80 bucks. Like, that's insane, right? And Challenge Pack is $160. Like, we should be screaming this on the rooftops. And like, if anybody says it's too expensive, it's not because it's too expensive, right? There's other objections that they have or other concerns that they have that you need to dig into and figure out why they're saying no to that. So welcome objections as part of the process. Another thing just to remember is, you know, as you're reaching out to people and asking people if they're open to learning more about your fitness groups, or if they want to, you know, commit to a fitness plan with you, remember that you're planting seeds, right? You're opening up that wave of conversation, that channel of conversation, so that maybe if they're not ready right now, when they are ready to get fit, whether spring break comes around or summer comes around or their wedding comes around, you're going to be the person that they thought of, right? Because you created those connections. You created those channels of connections with them, and you were the one that was there asking them, you know, can I help you? So when they are ready, and everyone's going to be ready to commit to a fitness journey at some point in their life, right? Like, it's fitness, right? It's fitness. Everyone can benefit from a healthy lifestyle change. Then you want them to think about you, right? So opening up those channels of communication. And the last thing, it really is, fortune is in the follow-up, but you can't follow up if you've never reached out, right? Stats say that people don't say yes until like the 6th or 7th ask, or the 6th or 7th encounter with something. So please don't expect someone to say yes on your initial invite. I always say, like, the invites that you're doing now are for yeses in March, right? And the invites that you did in January are yeses now in February, right? So if you kind of slack on your invites in January, it's going to be a lot harder to hit Success Club in February, right? So remembering that the fortune is in the follow-up, and don't be afraid to follow up. I follow up with people every 30 to 40-ish days. Okay, exciting part, another goal, your second goal. Your second goal as a coach is to hit Emerald in your first 7 days. It's super easy. It's you plus 2, and you're on your way to hitting Diamond, which I always say people should be hitting Diamond within their first 30 to 60 days as a coach. Diamond is 12 people, Emerald is 2 people. Again, all of these people, for me, they just count as discount coaches that I'm getting into my fitness group. I let them know about the coaching opportunity. Maybe some of them are stoked to do coaching as well. But you could totally build your Emerald just based off of discount coaches, getting them into the coaching community, and helping them crush their freaking fitness journey, okay? One thing that I want you guys to remember is, if you're planning on really building this business and making this happen, it is vital, it is crucial that you sign up your spouse or significant other or like a family member on your weak leg, okay? And I can go into that a little bit more after this presentation if you guys want like a deep dive into that. I usually don't do that, but I can explain it more. But you want to sign up your parent or spouse or significant other on your weak leg at the top of your business structure, so that as you begin to build your business, you're accruing volume in 2 places, which might go completely over your head. But all I'm saying is that if you're serious about this business, you do want to sign up them on your weak leg. And if you don't know what your weak leg is, reach out to your upline. She can tell you. And again, sign them up with a challenge pack. Get them set up in your fitness group. Or maybe you sign them up just with Shakeology and you have them just drink Shakeology every month. Maybe you sign them up with Recover. Something that has to be over 50 personal volume points. So it has to be something that will keep them active as a coach. Again, every 5 weeks, you have to be either buying or selling something worth 50 PV or more in order to keep your coach account active, right? All of my coaches stay active because they're usually, all of them are just drinking Shakeology every single month, and that's 90 PV, so that's way more than you'd need. But make sure on your weak leg you're signing up someone so you can capitalize on that volume in 2 places. And then obviously you have to switch your preferred placement to your right or your left, whatever's opposite of your weak leg. That would be your strong leg, and then you'd sign up another coach there. Again, there's a training on this in the team page about setting your preferred placement. In this little pinned announcement thing at the bottom here, it says signing up discount coaches, then it says how to set preferred placement in your business, signing up your significant other on your weak leg. I can also go to my coach office and show you guys here. So this is your coach dashboard. You'll go to monitor my business. And then you'll go to preferred placement. And then you can switch where your placement is right here. You can do left or right. Never worry about first available or these two on the bottom. You'll just want to be switching back and forth. So like you see here, again, for diamond, you just sign up one on your left. Okay, you switch it to your right. Okay, sign up one on your right, switch to your left. Sign up on your right, left, right, left, right, left. So initially, you'll just have to switch it once in order for you to get to Emerald. But again, have that be your goal in the next 24 hours. Get to Emerald by tonight, and tomorrow your coach can shout you out, and you can literally be an Emerald coach on Thursday, tomorrow, because paydays are Thursdays and rank advancement days are Thursdays. So that could be an awesome goal for you. If not, make sure you get there by next Thursday. And then again, Diamond is just hitting Emerald 4 times and then teaching 2 of those coaches to hit Emerald. Very, very simple. But if you want to grow an income with this business, building your team is where it's at, and you'll get more compensation calls and education on that as you begin to grow. All right, let's go back to more social media stuff. This is my jam. So I want you guys to make sure as you're diving into coaching that you're sharing, obviously, your journey on social media. I talked a lot about this at the beginning. But what I always recommend that my coaches do is they grab out an 8.5 by 11 piece of picture paper, just completely blank. And I want you to write as many things as you possibly can about who you are, right? So it doesn't have to be fitness related. It can be literally anything that you're passionate about. So for me, it would be like home renovations, fiance, Pomeranian mom, dog mom in general, yoga, meditation, Pacific Northwest living, handstands, skiing, hiking, Toyota Tacoma truck, long hair, hippie vibes, plant-based, anything that really like makes you who you are. Write out a list of those things and make sure you're sharing from all of those areas and facets of your life daily. I know it's really easy when you become a Beachbody coach. You're like, oh my gosh, I want to share everything coaching and fitness and clean eating and health related. I'm going to challenge you guys to not do that, because that's what everybody else does. And we want to market ourselves as a business instead of marketing ourselves as a Beachbody business, right? So as you can see here, this is not Carly, the Beachbody coach. This is Carly, the Pacific Northwest dog mom, tiny home living, yoga, plant-based person, okay? So your social media is your storefront, and you're really trying to brand you as a person, not you as a Beachbody coach. So take a really strong look at your Instagram and ask yourself, what am I elevating on my platform? Here I'm elevating Kev and I, planning for our wedding. This is, me out in the Pacific Northwest, obviously my dogs, plant-based eating, my tofu yogurt. Obviously I am talking about coaching. I'm talking about my fitness a lot in here, but I am sprinkling in other things about my life, which is super important. And that's what creates the connection with your followers. Posting fitness on fitness on fitness on Shakeology, on nutrition, on fitness on fitness on fitness, that creates no connection, right? That isn't like, and that's Angie's message. Thanks, Angie. That doesn't create that doesn't create as much connection with your following, right? You want to make sure that you're sharing things outside of just fitness and health, so people can create a relationship with you, who you are, and then from there trust you with their fitness journey, right? So your social media is your storefront. Take it seriously. Show up every single day. Share from all of your brands. If you have kids, that's a huge part of your brand. If you're working a corporate job and you spend 40 hours a week there, that is a huge part of your brand. If you're not sharing about that, you are missing a huge part of your life. And you're also missing something that you could really connect with other people with, right? Because I'm sure a lot of your following works a 40-hour-a-week corporate job. Or if you're a server, there's probably other people who are servers who follow you, and they want to know that, if you can do it being a server, they can do it too. But if you don't share about your life outside of coaching, they're not going to think that they can do it too, right? So you need to share other things. So let people know that your store is open by sharing daily, sharing about your workouts, but also that you're elevating all of your brands, not just Beachbody, okay? You want to create that curiosity marketing, right? Instead of posting like a Shakeology glass, post, a mason jar mug with a smoothie in it and talk about your superfoods, so that when you get some messages in your inbox, hey, like, what is that superfoods drink that you're doing? Or what is that workout program that you're always doing in your living room? Well, let me tell you about it, right? Instead of being like, I'm doing 80-day obsession, then they're just gonna go Google 80-day obsession and go buy it, right? Like, you want to make that connection. And then alongside this, I want you guys to make sure that you're utilizing hashtags. And again, we go through all of this in the new coach prep course, so don't feel like you have to have all of this memorized. But based on those brands that you decide for yourself, create hashtags that go with those brands, right? So I use a lot of Pacific Northwest hashtags. I use a lot of yoga hashtags. I use a lot of Pomeranian hashtags. I used to use a lot of tiny home hashtags, things that are fiance hashtags, wedding planning hashtags, things that directly relate to your brand, so that you can expand and make sure that your posts reach as many people as possible. So again, it's another marketing tactic. And then make sure those hashtags aren't super, super big. So using a hashtag like #love that has like probably 5 billion posts attached to it. So if you use that hashtag, your post is probably just gonna like get drowned in the feed of people who use the hashtag love. So instead use like love Pacific Northwest or love Pomeranians for me. So being really strategic about that. Again, we're building a business. This does require a little bit of education and thought behind it. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I've never used a hashtag in my entire life, it's okay, I hadn't either. But you'll get better at it. You'll get better at it as you become super consistent, which I know you guys all will. Okay, this is the last slide, and I get to talk about money, which is my favorite thing to talk about, because that's how the world goes round, and that's how we freaking make our dreams happen, right? So what would you do with an extra $800 in the next 3 months? I'm gonna show you guys how, if you help 3 people enroll in the challenge pack for 3 months in a row, that's $800 in your bank account from coaching, okay? To open up a Domino's franchise, it costs, I think it was like $340,000, and you don't make a profit until after year 5 into the business. I'm telling you guys, you can make money month 1 as a coach, month 2 as a coach, and month 3 as a coach. We can be a profitable fitness business from month freaking 1, okay? It's amazing, and I freaking love coaching. Okay, so let's talk about it. Month 1, if you sell 3 challenge packs, I'm just gonna go with the challenge packs are $150 because it's easier for me to divide. We get 25 to 40% commissions depending on what we sell, but I'm just gonna go with about 33%, so it'll make more sense in this little diagram here. So new customer commission, if you sell 3 challenge packs, and you get $50 commission from each of those challenge packs, times 3 is $150. Does that make sense? Right? So if you sell 3 challenge packs, you're gonna get 3 different commissions from those 3 different customers, and it's gonna be around $150. Month 2, you're gonna hit Success Club again, right? And you're gonna sell 3 challenge packs, and you're gonna get about $50 commission on each of those challenge packs, and that's gonna be another $150 commission for you, okay? You're also going to get Shakeco commission, or from whatever products that they're buying from the previous month. Like if you've taught your clients to freaking love Shakeology, and they understand the value of Shakeology, and they understand how good it is for them, or they understand how valuable Recover is, or Energize is, or Beach Bars are, or Hydrate is, or anything that we have in our customer portal, or in our portal that we can give to our customers, they're obviously going to be on that HD Home Direct commission for that, right? Especially if they're doing like Transfer of 20 or something, like you're not done in 30 days, right? Like that's a 2-month program. Well, a month and a half, 6 weeks. You're going to get that residual commission from them, right? So you're not only going to make that $150 from the new customer commission, but you're also going to make about $32 per bag of Shakeology. So 32 times 3 is 96. So your second month of coaching, you make $246. But obviously this is only if you're actually hosting a Bomb Ass Challenge group, only if you're, diving into your clients and showing them like the value of Shakeology. You can't just sign them up and leave them, right? Our job as a coach happens after the sale. So your second month, $246. Your third month as a coach, again, you're gonna hit Success Club. From now until forever, you guys are going to be hitting Success Club. It's February 20th. You have 8 days left in this month. You can totally do this, and you can start this month. Again, your new customer commission, 50 times 30, $150 for that Success Club. Again, you guys can hit higher than SE6. I always shoot for SE20 or above. And obviously your commissions go up from there. And then you also have the residual Shakeco HD commission, or whatever products they're ordering. Maybe they ordered Shakeco and Energize, or they're loving Recover and Energize. Whatever their ordering that's helping them with their nutrition piece, you're getting that HD commission again, right? So now it's 32 times 6 from the last 2 months. That's $192. And in month 3, you made $396 for helping 3 people a month for 3 consecutive months, for a total of $792, right? Now, this equation doesn't work if you're not actually helping people get results. If you're not actually in the trenches with your clients and checking in with them and helping them, because that's what we do as coaches, right? This equation doesn't work if you're not actually like doing the things that we do as coaches and really leading by example. But it's so crazy that what can happen. You know, me 3 years into this business and having all of these residual clients and customers, like think about Fruit Punch Energize that just launched, you guys. Every single customer that has ever been on my team or a client or coach of mine, every single one of them are stoked about Energize. We all freaking love Energize. It's an amazing product, right? Like I'm not forcing you to buy like a rock. I don't know why I thought of a rock, but it's like, you know, they're all loving it, right? Like it provides value in their life and they're committed to it and it helps them. And I get commissions, I get volume, and that all pays me back, right? So how crazy is that? This isn't just a one and done, here's a meal plan, case, see you later, never buy. Like this is residual, like customers who are committing long-term to their journeys. And you can create a massive business based on just commissions alone. And the coolest part, you guys, is this is one of 4 different ways that we earn money as coaches, right? So remember when I talked about Emerald, we also receive income, which is about 95% of my income, from Team Cycle bonuses every single week, which I'm not going to dive into here because it's a little bit upper level, but you can officially start qualifying for getting Team Cycle bonus, making money off of that volume once you hit Emerald, right? There's bonuses. There's so many other ways that we can build an income from coaching. It's not just commission. So I don't want you guys to see this and be like, oh my gosh, if I want to be successful, I just have to sell a lot of challenge packs. Like, no. Building your team will also help you build a residual income. And that's where I would say like 95%, I'd say almost like 98% of your income will come from down the road, okay? So don't get too hooked up on this, but this is how you can make that money quickly in your first couple months as a coach. All right, now that you guys are all like, holy moly, I have way too many notes, or you might have given up taking notes because it was a lot of stuff. I get it. So what now? Start going through our new coach prep school. If you haven't gone through it yet, your coach can get you the link to that. It will set you up with your Instagram. It will set you up with your back office. It will set you up so you can get paid every Thursday. It's an awesome foundation for my personal coaches. Once you go through the new coach prep course, then I set up a one-on-one call with you guys and we can dive into your goals and what you really want to accomplish with coaching. And then again, just a reminder to commit to your program, drink your shake, get results, and obviously 10 minutes of PD every single day minimum. I would say 30 minutes. And then begin sharing your journey today, right? Begin instilling that trust in your followers today, right? Inviting people today, sharing that journey. And then of course, the number 4 thing is don't get overwhelmed. One step, one goal, one human being at a time, because that's what we do as coaches, right? We help people, like outside of the numbers, outside of the commissions, outside of all the products, like we are here to help people. And I firmly believe that, you know, this is the best way that I can help people in their fitness journeys. You know, my mom, my sister, my brothers, like they're all committed, and they're committed because of these fitness programs. They're committed and consistent in their journeys, not because they have the craziest workout routine. It's because they have a consistent workout routine that they can show up for every single day. And just try not to get overwhelmed, right? If you were to start any new job, you would get a little overwhelmed at the beginning, right? I remember when I first started working at Starbucks corporate and they had like all these different things that I was supposed to do. I was like, holy crap, I'm never going to memorize all this. You will. It gets easier. Lean in, obviously, like this is a business. This is us, you know, teaching you how to build a business. So it's not by any means going to be easy. Coaching is simple. But if you just take it one person, one step at a time, you know, have your goal this next week to be to help one person. And I swear to God, you guys, when you get that message about that girl who looked in the mirror and she felt confident in herself and she messages you on Facebook and said, hey, thank you so much for like literally helping me feel confident in myself. Like I looked in the mirror today and felt so proud of the girl that was staring back. Like you might start crying because that's what I do when I get those messages, but it's also like, it's just so powerful and it will get you hooked on like the importance of what we do as coaches and how valuable what we do as coaches really is. So you can see that long-term vision for what we do. All right. Does anybody have any questions or anything? I'm sorry if I talked really, really fast, but you can definitely post them in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and ask a question. Yes, correct. We don't get commissions for discount members, but you do get volume from them. So if you're not getting paid out in commissions, you will get paid out from the volume. Boomerangs when I pour my Shaco. Yeah. Dang, Lindsay, way to go. I already have 5 girls signed up to start March 1st. Check your ego at the door. So if we sign up a coach, up, would they join our current group or wait for the next challenge? I would put them in the current challenge group that you're in. Again, there's that units tab. I know, Sydney, you're in the Rise Up group. So there's that units tab that has all of the prep posts there. So you can just tag her in those prep posts and say, hey, like, go through these posts. I'm starting on Monday. You can start on Monday with me, or you can start the next Monday. I think if we get too wound up and like, this is the start date, this is when my clients need to start. Like, you know, everyone has different schedules, everyone has different journeys. Like, ideally, yes, I would love every client to start on one day at one time, but like, you might be signing people up throughout the entire month, right? And if your challenge group starts on like the 10th, you don't want to like spend the next 20 days like not signing people up and helping them get started. So yeah. Whatever works best for you. Again, it's your business. You get to decide how you run your challenge groups. So when a client first starts, can you explain how the challenge pack is so key for them to start, because it's the complete solution as opposed to just the gym or just post-workout or shake? Leanna, okay, I'll answer your question. Wait, let me read it again. So when a client first starts, can you explain how the challenge pack is so key for them to start with, because it's the complete solution as opposed to just the gym or just post-workout or just shake? Yeah, so again, I would go back to like that like question and answer period, right? Like asking them what their goals are and then providing them that complete, like telling them what you can serve to them as a coach. You know, for me, I usually say when someone's like, well, I just want Beachbody On Demand, or I just want the nutrition piece, like, if you were to buy Beachbody On Demand for $99, you could spend $160 and get access to my fitness group, because they don't get access to my fitness group if they just buy the $99 Beachbody On Demand subscription. You get access to my fitness group, and you get the meal plan, and you get 30-day supply of supplements. Like, you get everything else with it, and it's only at an additional $60. So kind of what I like to do is like talk backwards in the money aspect. And so like adding things on and saying, you know, it would make more sense for you to have like the complete solution, and talk about like why you're a coach. Like, we're a coach because we really believe that it's fitness, nutrition, and support. Like, that's what we do as coaches. That's what we market as coaches. And that's what we tell people helps them stay consistent long-term. Does that answer your question? I don't know if that answers your question. And I talk about that in my video that I share with clients. Like, the most important thing, I always say, you know, this world does not need more gyms. This world does not need more yoga studios. This world needs more people holding other people accountable. And the value that we have, guys, is not in Beachbody On Demand. It's not in Shaco. It's not in Energize. It's in us. It's in the coach, right? It's in the person who isn't going to let you give up. Oh yeah, and the challenge pack obviously gives you the success club. But I can't even remember the last time I signed somebody up just for the Beachbody On Demand account. It's always I don't even talk about anything besides the challenge pack. And if you really believe that 80% of your results come from nutrition, 20% of your results come from your workouts, like, you need to invest in your nutrition. You can't out-train a bad diet. If the client wants to get a challenge pack for a different program than what you are doing currently, is that okay? Yeah, totally. I had a mom actually join. She wanted to do Transform 20. My mom wanted to do Transform 20, and she has like a bad leg foot thing, and I was like, okay, the jumping for Transform 20 is not gonna work for you. So I asked this mom, I was like, are you interested in doing the program I'm doing, or we have a ton of other options if you're interested? She's like, no, I really want to do the program that you're doing. So I was like, all right, Transform 20 it is, let's go. But if they do, like, you can totally offer them something else, 80-day touch and Lift 4. If they're super into lifting weights, yeah, Lift 4 is probably going to be a better solution for them. So yeah. So should we plan our next challenge group around the fact that we might have clients starting our current challenge late? I just always plan my challenge groups in the middle of the month. So Like if I were to go to the March calendar, I would say my challenge group would either start the 11th or the 18th. I would say the 4th is a little bit too early. So maybe like my prep week would be the 11th, and then we'd start workouts on the 18th. But again, like people's shipments get delayed. Some people live in Canada. It takes forever to freaking ship there. Love Canada though. But it's like, you know, you can't time it perfectly, right? So setting that expectation that it's okay, you're gonna get your challenge pack. It has everything that you need to succeed. I am here to help you, but like, don't feel bad if you're a couple days behind or a couple days ahead. Any other questions? Those are awesome questions, guys. Thanks for hopping on and asking them. Anything else? All right.